So today, I'm batch recording and I wanted to bring y'all along with me because I do this in a slightly chaotic way, but it all makes sense when you see it. And I wanted to show this too as someone who's been creating content for a very long time. I released my first YouTube video in 2007. There are certain things that help me feel creative and certain things that don't. So today we're gonna try to film, I have an hour. We're gonna try to film a podcast episode and some, like maybe 2 or 3 micro videos for like TikTok and Instagram Reels. So let's do it. And I got my coffee. It's cold, but I'm still drinking it. Okay, so we're gonna start with the podcast first, and I'm recording my screen as well. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do in editing yet, but, and of course, Gibson's back here as well too. Okay. So I'm recording the podcast first, and every time I record a podcast, I start with notes, and I do use my notes to guide this episode. So today we're talking about Instagram broadcast channels. And so I kind of outline this here. Now, I'm batch recording. I do not change my shirt. So there's going to be a couple videos in this outfit. I don't care. That's just my way of doing things. If I had to think about changing outfits as well, it wouldn't happen. I have a baby. She's almost 1 year old. Yeah, I just don't have the time. So I write out my notes in a Google Doc. I do have an ad break in the middle. So I always try to figure out where that ad break is. And then I also put my hook at the top. Now I use Airtable to plan out my podcast episodes. So the pink here is all of my Airtable episodes. So I'm recording now for the episode that will come out on the 18th so that my team has time to edit it next week. If I were smart, I would also record the one for the 25th, but I just don't have time today. Then you can also see I have batch record with me on the 20th. So I'm recording basically this week of content. So this is kind of my main marketing calendar. It includes blog posts, newsletters, podcasts, YouTube videos, and sales emails. I also have my social calendar. So you can see I'm actually a little bit farther ahead with that one with video based on batch recording. So I'm actually I may put some of these on the week of the 17th here, but some of these will also go to the week of the 24th. Down here. Sometimes I move stuff around depending on what's happening. And I know that I'm also batch recording on Friday. I am going out of office to record some stuff for the retreat, which is super exciting. So I will be probably moving stuff around for that as well. Okay. And I always check my email while I'm doing this. Okay, cool. So batch recording. I've got my hook. Now I record my podcasts in something called Iris, which is a podcasting app. Let me get my microphone closer here. I always do this wrong. And my amazing, editor, Jemmy, is like, hey, that sound was off. Okay. So I have my episodes here. I go into my recording studio. I make sure to click my mic and yeah, that's fine. And then I hit join the room and then I prepare myself and we're going to record this podcast episode. So I'm going to pause that camera. And then we'll keep this one running. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. So I'll pause both cameras so there'll be clips to stitch together. Okay, cool. I just finished recording the podcast. It was a doozy. Okay. So once I'm done recording, I hit stop and then I put the number. This is 249 so that my team knows which one. And in Iris, it has the split tracks. So if I actually exit out of this room and go back to Iris, let me go to this one here. So what we like about the tracks is, that's new. Full transcripts included. We have the mixed audio in 2 formats and video. And then we also have the individual audio and video files so that if anything funky happens, like my dog barks while Rachel's talking, my team can edit that out. So, and it's very affordable price. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I just use it and I like it. Okay. So you're also seeing how I had my screen set up while I was recording. So when I'm in the studio, I do have my notes down here and I have my eyeballs up here. But typically what I actually do is put it this way. Like I like to have my notes up here and then just have like, oh, that's how I look like, make sure there's no broccoli in my teeth, keep it going kind of moment. So yeah, I went through my notes as I was talking. I did remember I said a bonus. Oh, and look, this is so spelled wrong. I said a bonus while I was recording, a bonus tip, because I thought of it while I was recording. So sometimes stuff just happens while I'm recording and I run with it. What I love about video is that I just get to be myself. And I just leave it as is. And some of my most top performing videos are just me casually hanging out. So if you feel like uncomfortable about creating video, that comes across. So I just try to show up as myself. And the best compliment to me is, oh, you're exactly like you are in your videos. I'm like, yeah, cool, great. Let's do it, Anyways. All right. So that's done and dusted. So sometimes I will go into Slack as well and go to my team Slack and just say in the marketing channel, to episode 249 is recorded, just so that they know. Okay. So there's that. Next, let me exit out of this and let me pull this up. So now we're going to record some micro video content pieces. And my strategy for this, again, is like a little bit chaotic in that I get inspired when I'm out and about. So I'm the type of person where if I just sit down at my desk to record, no ideas, literally just like tumbleweeds up here. So what I do instead is as I'm going about my day, usually I'm like listening to a podcast about Drag Race, or I'm going for a walk with Ellie. I will have an idea kind of flit through my brain. I'll go, ooh, that will make a good something. So I'll go and write it down. Here's an example, video ideas. Trying not to be sleazy or salesy is holding you back. Why I no longer say social media easy. The wrong time to text, maybe change, is when things aren't working. Oh, these are great. I'm just going to do these 3. So I actually think this came from a podcast episode. So I was listening to an interview with Mr. Beast, and I honestly had never paid attention to him before. I know. One of the top YouTubers, like literally of all time. And I'm like, who cares? So I was listening to his process and like, I think that's where these came from. I don't know where some of these come from because I consume so much content. So sometimes I just write down little notes. Here's another one, content ideas for high ticket clients. This just came from one of the questions that one of my mentees asked in the Thrive Mentorship Program about how to market to high ticket clients. And so I started thinking about it. And as I was thinking about it, I came up with so many ideas in the moment that I was like, I need to write these down. And I'm recording on April 5th. I wrote these down on March 26th. So you can see where some of these are coming from. So if I scroll down, I have a lot of look, podcast episode idea, the shift to vertical, problem, interesting info, not compelled to use it. I use this for everything. So you can see there is a lot in here. All right. But let's do these 3 ideas here because I think they'll work great. So next step, y'all know this. I use Loom Cube as a tripod to hold my phone. It has a light on it that I never use, but I don't know why I still keep it on there. The only downside to this is my phone case doesn't fit. So I literally just have to take my case off to record. Now, when I record videos, I make sure to record in HD. So I'm going to share my phone screen as well so y'all can see this in real time. And hopefully none of this craps out because this is like a super, what's the name of that movie? With the dreams with Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm so dumb. What is that movie? Inception. This is an Inception moment because I have camera 1, camera 2, phone, camera 3. Okay. So I use an app called Reflector to put my phone camera on the screen. What I'm going to do is go to my camera and I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb mode because I don't want any text to come through. And then I'm going to go to video and make sure it's in 4K. So 4K, sorry, my desk has got dog hair on it. And then frames per second, I'll keep it at 30. And then I record with my back camera, y'all. So I will put this on here and then I flip it around and I make sure I'm lined up. And I actually have my other camera over there. So that really helps. Oh, and then it's here. So I just line it up to make sure it's my coffee and my water. I've totally knocked that over before and it is a little crooked. Okay. The other thing that I do is I look at hooks. So in the Savvy Social School, my team created an asset for video that has video hooks. And so I literally just go into our program, find the video hook ideas, and then look through and match them with the ideas that I have here. So trying not to be too salesy is holding you back. That actually sounds like a hook already. So let me just look through these. So I'm lined up. You know what? I usually like to have Gibson in the background. He's like, and this background is like a little bit better anyway. So he is a great little plot device. Oh, the other thing that I've been doing is zooming out like that. There we go. That's why. Okay. Also makes me look a little slimmer for some reason. I'll take it. Okay. So Gibson's in the background because, you know, he's like the unofficial mascot. We're lined up. Okay. And we're going to record. So I just usually start to, I got to think through what I'm going to say. But honestly, the reason I can do this is I talk a lot. So I talk too much anyways. So what am I saying? Let me just clear this off, move that out of the way, drink some water. And it is 12:38. So I have a few more minutes. I got to be done at what? I'll also say this. I teach these concepts a lot. And so when it comes to creating content, the reason that I can create content this quickly is because I'm not coming up with something new. I'm just going through my backlog of content, maybe finding new analogies and new angles, but I have a framework that I follow for myself, for my clients, which makes it way easier to create content. So if you're struggling with creating content, sometimes that means you are making it up as you go, which is fine. It will just take you a lot longer. So in an hour, you may get through one like micro video instead of a podcast episode in 3, right? So just be gentle with yourself. Okay. Trying not to be salesy is holding you back, my friend. And instead, I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, gotta start over. Trying not to be salesy is holding you back, my friend. And instead of trying not to sell your offers on social media, I want you to try 2 different things. Number 1, I want you to flip your mindset away from selling and towards helping. Okay. So I think sometimes on social media, we find that we want to say, here, buy my things. When in reality, what we need to do is say, hi, how can I help you today? So you can see the shift in energy from, hi, here, buy this thing towards, how can I help you today? So in a practical sense, what this means is creating content that actually serves the viewer and not you. So creating content that's for them and not for you. And then the second thing I want you to do is offer support. So we're shifting away from saying, buy my thing to saying, here's how I can help you. And if you need more help, here's how I can do that as well. You see how the energy is a little bit different with that? So when you're showing up in social media, cut. My call to action is, a value-focused social media strategy is how the big, bold personalities that I work with get conversions using social media every single day. And if you want to learn more how to do this, I got a freebie. I'll tell you in the caption. And if you want to learn more about how to do this, I got something free for you. Check the caption. Okay. Stop. So that's recorded. I will go back and re-watch it. What I'm looking for in the rewatch is time I tend to talk too much, and so sometimes the time is too long. Because I'm using AirPlay, I don't have sound for some reason. So I want the video to be less than a minute, and with all my starts and stops, it's over 2 minutes. So I may need to re-record that. I'm going to record another version of it because that is what I need. Okay. Because that was too long. So sometimes it happens if you talk too much for social media content. Okay. I'm in 4K. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay. Zoom out, hit record. Trying not to be salesy is actually hurting your business. And if you're struggling with this on social media, I want to give you 2 ideas that can really help. Trying not to be salesy on social media is hurting your business. That wasn't my hook. What was it? It's holding you back. Trying not to be salesy on social media is holding you back. And social media is such a powerful tool for conversion. So I want to give you 2 ways to shift your thinking and shift your content so that it converts better. Number 1 is I want you to move away from selling, buy this thing, and towards adding value. How can I help you? You see how there's a shift in energy there. In practical terms, this means helping people change their mindset, like I'm doing in this video, or giving them tools and tips to move forward. The second tip that I want to give you is to move away from buy this thing and towards how can I help you even more. So we're adding the even more on the how can I help you concept. And doing this shift will attract the right people. And these small changes create big impact for my clients on social media. They have big, bold personality brands, and they want to use social media as a tool to grow their business. This is how. If you want to learn more, I've got something free for you. I'll tell you in the caption. This still feels too long, but I'm going to send it to my team and hope they can edit it. Okay, next. Why I'm no longer saying social media is easy. Oh, there's the hook right there. Let me just look at my hooks and see. Yeah, that's the hook. Let me do a intro. So I'm going to scooch on in. Oh, Gibson's dog bed is there with a pillow, his old pillow in it. So I'm going to just, let me see. The screen is a little delayed. You know what? It's too much. So let me just do a small movement. So sometimes movement at the beginning of videos can really help the viewer pay attention. You'll see that this happens a lot in cinema. You'll see that this happens a lot in paid advertising. So, I got to talk about why I am no longer saying social media is easy, because let's be honest, it ain't easy anymore. Algorithm, Almighty Al, Mr. Al, if you will, is playing games with us. So while I used to say social media is easy, what I say instead is this: social media is awesome. And here's why I'm changing my branding from social media is easy to social media is awesome, because social media is such a powerful tool. For business owners. My clients are able to build multi-million-dollar businesses all through the power of social media. They're able to connect with people globally around the world. They're able to share a message that reaches people who may have never heard it before. They're able to collect payments and deliver courses, products, and services all through the power of the internet. So is it easy? No. Is it awesome? Hell yeah. That one turned out good, I think. I think the timing was good on that one too, because I kerfuffled with my intro on that one. But okay, last one. I think this is the wrong time to change. I have the wrong time to text. That doesn't sound right. The wrong time to shift, maybe. The wrong time to adjust. The wrong time to change. Okay. Here's my hook. I need a hook for this. Here we go. If you're ready to give up on social media, then you need to hear this message. That's a good one. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. This is doing something funky. Okay. Let's do a little different pose for this one. That's not comfortable at all. Am I blocking Gibson? No. Okay. if you're about ready to give up on social media, you got to hear this message. So what I'm seeing on these social media streets right now is people shifting their social media strategies after it stops working. That's the wrong time to shift your strategy. Hold on, I almost said what you should be doing. I'm trying not to should people, so thinking out loud here, my process. Instead, what I help my clients and students do is move in tandem and in step with social media as it's changing in real time. Because if you wait a year from now, 2 years from now, and you're looking back going, man, I've been doing the same thing for 2 years and it's not working, that's because you're doing the same thing for 2 years and it's not working. And listen, social media is not easy, but it is awesome. So if you want more awesome social media tips, follow me. Okay, I think that was good. I don't know why I paused at the end. Okay, so there we go. I have the 3 videos. Oh. Okay, and I took a screenshot for some reason. All right, so now I am going to upload these, and I use Google Photos. I'm not going to do this though because I have photos of my daughter and I don't put her on the internet. So I'm going to show an example of how I did this in the past. So I'm going to go over to Airtable and let's take this video for example. So I have the invisible growth strategy outlined here, and how I use Airtable is I have little notes for my team. So this is the video to be edited. So this is the raw video file. So this is a video that I batch recorded previously. And so you can see same setup. Okay. I'm muting it, but so that you can see, I'm wearing something different, but it's the same setup. Gibson's literally almost exactly in the same spot. This is how I send it to my team. So they edit it and put it together. Let me show you what the final product looks like. So here's the one going out today. So my team will write a little caption. This one I wanted to be short and spicy and sweet, or salty, if you will. And we have the micro video link here. And this is the final video. And you can see it's got a little color correction. It's got a little edit to it. And no caption. So we'll add those in app. But yeah, there you go. Pretty simple, straightforward. So that's the final edit. And away we go. So I've done batch recording. I'll leave you with this final thought. I don't like doing a whole month of posts at a time because, again, I don't want to change my outfit. And for me, I find that this process it's 12:53. So it took me just under an hour to record a podcast video and 3 micro videos. If I had more time, I'd do a second podcast video probably. Well, I'm also recording a YouTube video alongside this, so that's where the rest of the time went. And I like to do this on a weekly basis. It's what works for me. So find what works for you and stick with that. I mean, as long as you're consistently producing content at the same frequency, that's what matters most. And you can see I am a little bit ahead of schedule with a lot of these. I would have loved to do another podcast episode, I think. So next week I will skip the micro videos and do podcast episode because this week I am batch recording some more micros for the Savvy Social Retreat. The main point is do what works for you. Find what works for you. You may start doing this process and realize, ooh, this is a lot or it's not enough, and adjust as you go. For me, this works because of the support I have with my team. And this is exactly the type of support we provide for our clients. So if you're interested in learning more, I'll put some links down below, but I'll be back at you with another video soon. Bye for now.